The issue I'm going to be discussing here right now isn't just an issue or a topic. It's basically an awareness. It's something that happened to a friend of mine, a very good friend, and he personally requested that I share it on my wall so others can learn from it. Like Very Dark Man would say, you're gonna learn and you're gonna learn the hard way. My friend learns the very hard way. And as a concerned citizen of Nigeria, he doesn't want others to learn the hard way just the way he did. So please sit back and listen. If you have an interview at the embassy or you ever plan to have one in future, please listen attentively to this. All right? So my friend had a program in America and he applied to the embassy and was given a date for his interview. So on the set date of the interview, he got to the embassy only for him to be told that he didn't have an interview on that day. So he was a bit confused, like, how come the date has been changed and I'm not aware? So they told him they sent him a mail and he refuted it, that he checked his mail still that morning and there was nothing to show for it that he had a mail. So they asked him to check his spam, only for him to check his spam messages and discover that even up to like 2 weeks back, he was sent that mail. In other words, he focused on his mails and didn't bother to ever check through his spam messages. You understand? So that message was in his palm that his date has been changed. But good enough, the date was pushed forward, you know, was pushed forward just exactly a month from that day. And another person that was in front of him, the person they interviewed before him, who had exactly the same issue. Accordingly, according to him, he said that one's own was very terrible, that his own date was taken backwards with exactly a month. And because he never checked through his palm, he focused on his mails, his inbox, he never knew until the day he got to the embassy, only for him to get there and realize that the date of his interview was taken aback, and in other words, he missed out of the interview and lost the chance of traveling. So the story is not yet over. My friend happily went home and went to get prepared for his next interview. Exactly a month after, when he came back for his interview, he got it got to him again, and only for him to realize that the same date that he was first given is what was still reflecting on his interview. So, like, they told him, you don't have an interview with us today. He said, no, I was here before. My date was changed. I saw it. He showed them the mail that his date, the message they sent him that his date has been changed. But they told him that he was supposed to upload the new date. And humans, whenever it has to do with traveling, people are always very secretive, extremely secretive. He didn't ask questions. He didn't share his thoughts with anyone. He didn't ask what he was going to do next. He was just so confident since the mail was sent by the embassy that the new date was going to hold. Only for him to realize that he ought to have uploaded the new date he was given. You get? So it was a very bad experience. The stress of traveling, going there, getting date, and unfortunately for him, the second date was already very close to his program. In other words, after everything, he missed out of it. So two basic lessons are to be learned from that his experience. One, if you have an interview at the embassy, always check through your spam. Not just an interview. If you are applying for anything abroad, admission, anything, irrespective of the country, because these are sometimes these messages are not regular messages. They can come in any form. They can just go straight to the spam messages. So always check through your spam. Secondly, if you are giving any instruction, find out what you are going to do about it. Don't just keep it to yourself that, yes, I've been given this instruction and that's all. No. If he had asked him, what do I do next? Probably they would have told him to go and upload the new date and he would then stay and wait for the date. He didn't upload it. He just assumed that the date was going to hold. You get? On getting there, he realized that nothing changed. He lost out of the whole process completely. He felt very, very bad, and you know, he said he wouldn't want anybody, an ignorant person like him, to suffer same fate and asked that I share this with on my platform so others can learn from it. So please be vigilant, be inquisitive, and always check through your spam. It's not only on irrelevant messages that go through that goes into the spam. Sometimes some very, very important and useful messages go in there too, especially when it has to do with abroad. So that's the little information I have for us this today. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day.